Welcome to the COMC High School Football Coaches Show, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, also brought to you by SRG Financial Advisors, our veterinary, Surdike Yamaha, Polylift Boat Lifts, and Roughwater Dock. And you can see we're here at Camdenton, home of the undefeated Lakers, here on the practice field with the man, the myth, the legend. It's Coach Jeff Shore. Did you shave this week?
I did. I had to look good for you.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Better, I guess I'd say.
Be still, the ladies pounding hearts out there. So we are, this is the week, man. I mean, undefeated 7-0 Camdenton, undefeated 7-0 Lebanon. Pretty much all the marbles on the line. We'll get to that momentarily. Let's go back to Friday night. Nice win on the road at Hillcrest. You guys started out a little wonky, but got it figured out.
Yeah, I kind of predicted that. They're running our offense, and we really hadn't worked enough on it probably. And they did a good job, you know, to their credit. They got some players and put together a few plays early, and I felt pretty good the whole time. I felt like we'd get settled in, and we did. And, you know, ended up putting 60-plus points on the board. So it was a good night for us, you know, all said and done. So kind of took care of business, had a good time playing, and like I said, it ended up okay. Yeah,
you know you're in pretty good shape. You know you're a pretty good team when you struggle early and you end up winning, what was it, like 63-14 or something?
Yeah,
you know,
I think 63-21.
Yeah, so a pretty easy win in the end, actually. And it seemed like from the outside looking in, you started using a little more two-quarterback thing and throw in a little more diversity there.
Yeah, I've been working towards that, and because those two guys really kind of need to share the load there. You know, we expect so much for our quarterback.
Yeah.
So, you know, Bear's been carrying the ball a lot on the runs, and those two guys, he and Cam, are a good combination. You know, Bear's a big guy, you know, kind of like a hammer, and Cam's got a little more movement and speed. So they work well together. And
kind of a little thunder and lightning going there. Yeah.
And incorporated Cam throwing the ball so people don't you know, just cheat up, say, when 13's in. You know, because obviously, like I said, he can throw the football extremely well. So hopefully that adds one more facet to our offense.
Yeah.
And, you know, keeps us going and keeps us fresh and allows us to score more points.
Well, and, you know, a lot of people forget you were a high school All-American quarterback. You have had some really good quarterbacks over the years. DeLaurent kid from a couple years ago, still playing very well in college. Bear, I mean, I think he's looking to the next level, I'm guessing, right? So you've got, it's almost like quarterback except for his quarterback high school here at Camdenton.
We've been blessed with really good quarterbacks, dating all the way back to Chuck Blair, 1975, 76, 77 time. You know, I can name every quarterback that's played, you know, Chuck Blair, Manning Williams, Rodney Knoll, Ty Dinsdale, to Zach Franklin, to the Simpson brothers, to, you know, Paxton, to Jake Wormsley, who played, you know, right before 2 years ago. Jake had a really great season. So, you know, there's a lot of guys that have we've been fortunate to have some really good quarterbacks through the years. Yeah. And so, like I said, been lucky there. A lot of all-state guys on the wall that are quarterback.
Yeah, good coach though. I mean, that's a big part of it. Good players aren't necessarily born; they're coached. You know, and I mean, the physical has something to do with it, but the coaching has a lot to do with it.
It is part of it, but a lot of times, you know, a quarterback's just a quarterback. You know, so it probably the mental aspect of it more than anything. You know, you put a good athlete there, and then you try to help him on the mental frame of mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it's the big game Friday night. Undefeated Lebanon coming to town against undefeated Camdenton. We'll take a look at that and more when we come back on the COMC High School Football Coaches Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Laurie. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Purchasing a boat is a pretty big investment, and when you purchase a rough water dock, you're protecting that investment for years to come. Rough Water Dock has been your trusted dock builder at the lake for over 30 years, specializing in custom docks that are built to withstand the rough waters of the Lake of the Ozarks. Rough Water is a full-service dock builder offering commercial construction, dock additions, swim docks. They're Amarin certified and fully insured. Rough Water Dock, the peace of mind you want and the protection you need.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Football Coaches Show here at Camdenton. This is the week you circle on the calendar every year. It's the big rivalry, Lebanon, and this year you both happen to be undefeated with pretty much everything on the line.
Yeah, it's we both kind of held up our end of the bargain.
Yep.
And so it comes down to kind of a collision course for this game. So it's everything we were hoping for, and looking forward to playing it.
Yeah, and we get 2 different styles. They bring in the ground and pound. They love to run the ball, and they do it really well. And you guys have the high-flying aerial circus. You love to throw the ball. You go 1,000,000 miles an hour. And so we got the 2, not just undefeated programs, but different styles.
Yeah, for sure. And they're, looking at them, they're probably arguably the best Lebanon team I've seen them have on a personal level.
Yeah.
Very good ball club, and obviously playing good, and so are we. So, like you said, it's going to be an interesting matchup. It'll all come down to they're going to try to play defense with their offense and control the football, and can we get them stopped and get our hands on the ball? And when we get our hands on the ball, can we do something with it? And,
yep.
It's just going to be an interesting ball game, and like I said, really looking forward to it, and it feels great to get to play a game like this again.
If you win this game, I think you win the conference, right? Even if you would lose the next week, I think you would still win the conference.
That's correct.
You're correct. I think they're in the same boat.
Yep. So conference championships on the line for sure, and the district seed, home game, and as many home games you can get, a better chance to set yourself up in the playoff run. So. Yeah, a lot riding on it, and like I said, it's good to have another home game. Haven't had very many, only had 2. So, it'd be a great night. Weather looks great. Looking ahead, looks like high 60s. Perfect day for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as Lebanon goes, they love to run the ball. They've got a couple of great running backs.
They've got 4 guys between their quarterback, their 2 wingbacks, and their fullback. They got 4. Extremely good, some of the better you'll see high school running backs, and they share the load, all 4 of those guys. So with their offense they run, it makes them hard to stop. They're, like I said, they've got a very good offense. No one stopped them all year long, so we've got a tough task in front of us.
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you stop a power run game like that?
Well, you got to stay low first in the line of scrimmage. So a lot of emphasis is going to be placed on our D line, and then you've got to be have assignment football. You can't get caught napping and miss an assignment, whether it be a pitch man or quarterback or fullback. So, their offensive design is very good. Like it's hard to stop. You see Navy running at some, Army, Georgia Tech. When it's run well with good athletes, it's a hard offense to stop.
And what do you want to do on offense?
We want to, to score. I mean, however it takes to score, we want to score. I know that sounds funny, but
it's pretty simple, really.
Yeah, they're going to play a little bit of a different defense against us, kind of their special design defense for our offense. So we're going to try to do some things, hopefully, to expose that the best we can, and find what works and stay with it until it doesn't work anymore, and then find something else that works. So. All those things. We got to score when we get a chance to score, if we get opportunities in the red zone, we got to take advantage of those.
Okay. So it's undefeated Camdenton and the man, the myth, the legend, Jeff Shore. Undefeated Lebanon at Bob Shore Stadium on Friday night. We'll have that game for you on Lake TV. Pregame at 6:15 and the kickoff at 7 right here on Lake TV. Looking forward to it. Coming up next, going to travel across town, go over to Osage, talk with Indians head coach Shannon Jolly. They've won 4 in a row, looking for 5.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how. Our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Polylift Boat Lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We got time to build boat lifts. We build Polylifts.
And welcome to the COMC High School Football Coaches Show, brought to you, of course, by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center. Also from SRG Financial Advisors, our veterinary, Serdike Yamaha, Polylift Boat Lifts, and Rough Water Docks. And we've got Osage Indians head coach Shannon Jolly with us here at the School of the Osage. The Indians, one of the hottest teams going in the Tri-County Conference, winners of 4 in a row, and you guys took care of Booneville last week. Close game at halftime, and you kind of blew them out in the second half.
Well, I think we just kind of put our thoughts together at halftime, and I think the kids understood, really it's just becoming more clear each week about what our task involves. And our kids, their football IQ has gotten a lot better. And I think they're starting to understand what their identity is, so it allowed for us to come out in the second half and play really well.
Absolutely. Okay, winners of 4 in a row now. You guys have found something special the last 4 games.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's found something special. It's just kind of the progression. It's, those first 2 weeks, or 1 and 3 specifically, were huge challenges, and we didn't play well week 2. But I think just the progression and putting things together make it looks like, we've stumbled across something, and I'm not sure if that's a good description, but our kids have identified some things that we're starting to do really well, and it's been exciting.
Absolutely. I remember after the California win, the win at California, which was win number 2 in this 4-game win streak, you said, we overcame tonight. I just hope our guys remember how they did it, right? And it seems like they're remembering how they've done it.
Yeah, and I think the most impressive thing is I think they're coming in eager now and wanting to learn and wanting to identify what they are doing well and what deficiencies they have. So that's been fun for us, because when you can come in and actually coach and kids are wanting to, take what you have, and I think that's a huge compliment to them and our coaches.
Yeah, so you guys 3-1 in the Tri-County Conference now. That is second place behind only number 1 state-ranked Blair Oaks. You guys are looking pretty strong, looking pretty good. But really in Missouri high school football, it's not so much the conference that matters, it's the district that matters when you look ahead toward the postseason. Who is in your district this year?
Well, the leader in our district right now is Reed Springs, and they're playing well. It's the southern part. I mean, Reed Springs and Cassville and Aurora and Buffalo. So, we're, I think Clinton's in there too. And so it's a different direction for us, but you're perfectly correct. The conference is when you're in the Tri-County Conference, if you can win the Tri-County Conference or be at the top of it, you're probably going to be sitting pretty well in your district, and that's kind of where we're looking at. I mean, I would much rather win a district championship and get to play on, week 13 or whatever than to be a conference champion. But there's a lot of history in the Tri-County Conference, and if you're in the top of that, you're probably going to do pretty well in district play.
Yeah, kind of surprised me a little bit when I went in to look at the district matchups and stuff. They changed it up a lot this year. Eldon is not in your district. Blair Oaks is not in your district. So that'll be interesting. Some new teams, new faces in there.
Yeah, it's nice to play different people, but with that comes other challenges. Some teams real well, and some of these other teams we're not as privy to. So, but we have seen some of them in team camp and stuff, and we trade film all the time now. So We'll worry about that when we get here, but playing right now is it's been exciting for our team.
Absolutely. Okay, so we will talk about the big matchup coming up this week, Southern Boone. We'll do that with Coach Jolly when we come back on the COMC High School Football Coaches Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Laurie. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Welcome back to the lake and welcome back Free America. Hi, this is Greg at Surdak Yamaha in Osage Beach. Here at Lake of the Ozarks, we wear what we want, we eat what we want, we drink what we want, and we have more fun than we deserve. This place is the ultimate statement of freedom. For 50 years, it has been my job to make sure you have as much fun as I do. Yamaha Wave Runners make that easy. Yamaha Wave Runners last longer, hold their value better, and provide safe family fun better than any watercraft ever made. It's also time to join the Surdak Boat Rental Club to enjoy up to 50% savings on your rentals. Visit Surdak Yamaha on Osage Beach and let my friendly crew help put you on the lake. Supplies are limited, but your freedom isn't. That's at Surdak Yamaha in Osage Beach.
You ride on a reputation at Gary Surdak. You ride on a reputation. You ride on a reputation.
Welcome back. We're at the School of the Osage for the COMC High School Football Coaches Show. The Indians, winners of 4 in a row, sitting in second place in the conference. Coach, I sat down, added up the numbers. You have outscored teams by 90 points the last 4 games. So that's game-winning average of a little over 22 points a game.
That's why we don't talk to guys like you that add the points up, because it has no bearing on what we're doing. But that sounds awesome. And, we've talked about it each week. We're still an immature team in the aspect of winning. I told them last week, I said, you've got the taste of winning in your mouth. Don't forget what it tastes like. So we are so bought into trying to get better every day and coming in each week and saying, hey, can we get a little bit better each day? Then if we do, that byproduct and that delayed gratification is going to be pretty good in week 10. So putting that together, we have been fortunate. But it's not really indicative completely. Even like Friday night, we had a scoop and score at the end of the game that changes, and that it really isn't an indication of how the game went.
Right.
And that's 6 more points, so it can go either way. But it is nice to be playing well.
Absolutely. Okay, second to last game of the regular season this week at home against 4-3 Southern Boone. What kind of a team is Southern Boone this year?
Well, I think it's a team that's getting better as well. They've got a new head coach, and they've got some different things that they've implemented this year, and at times they've played really well, and I'm sure he's been frustrated at other times when they've needed to make plays and haven't been able to get it done. But it's a talented football team. As I said before, every team on our schedule could go either way, a win or a loss, and that's definitely, it describes them as well.
Yeah, it kind of is what makes the Tri-County Conference so good. What would you like to see your guys do this week? Is there anything in particular you want to see them improve at?
Really, we need to come out really fast. And last week, I think we came out solid and consistent, but I would have loved to seen us come out a little bit faster and take advantage of some opportunities that were presented early in the game. I think that's going to be important for this Friday night. And
Southern Boone, what do they like to do? They pass, they run, what is their thing?
I think they're balanced. They do a good job of keeping things balanced, which presents a challenge for the defense to making sure to stay honest. But I just think they're a football team that historically have always put athletic kids on the field, and having a new coach, and I know they're excited about the new direction that they're headed, and so I think it's going to be a good game.
Absolutely. Okay, and I'm wearing your colors here. Next Man Up.
I like it.
That is a program you started here at Osage. This is the second year for that. What is that program all about?
Well, we just started year 2, and we've got 22 sophomores involved, and it's just a supplemental program that kind of it sits on the outskirts of our football program, and it helps our football players maybe just get some supplemental leadership stuff. And we have guest speakers come in and range from Coach Pinkle to to Dustin Colquitt, and we've had a lot of people. We're fortunate to be at the lake where we have resources and people that visit the place, and just gives kids another voice outside of mine and maybe their position coaches and even their parents sometimes. So it's been a lot of fun, just giving them another opportunity on the first Wednesday of each month to sit down and fellowship together a little bit and learn from some very talented people.
Yeah, I mean, people like Jason Whittle, who played in the NFL, or Dustin Colquitt, who played in the NFL, or Gary Pinkel, who's the winningest all-time coach, not only at Mizzou, but I think at Kent State. So those are some pretty wonderful things, and it's so great for the kids too. I mean, to have that.
And we're fortunate, just those people you talk about. That's the cool part about Lake of the Ozarks, is being around where we do have a lot of great people in our community that do want to come back and give back. So it's been a blessing for us.
Absolutely. Okay, that is your COMC High School Football Coaches Show. Thank you so much for joining us.